I often have conversations with people that feel that when quality reports into a function like operations, there's a conflict of interest and quality really can't be truly achieved, or the quality agenda, can't be achieved. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so I've reported in a quality role, I've reported in commercial, in operations, and into CEOs and CMOs, right? And now I have to say it can work. If you have a really strong culture of quality, there is nothing wrong with reporting into operations or even into a commercial role. Now you have a bit of a story to tell to regulators, obviously, to show that there is no conflict of interest, but your data should show that. But that is typically a very small portion or number of companies that really have that nailed, right? Because there's always stuff to do. There's always things to improve, and still cost is an issue. The risk of not getting the funds to do the right thing or to fix something when you're in a commercial organization or in a global supply chain or operations organization, the risk of not getting that budget is higher. So that means there's a conflict of interest. So my view has always been, the best scenario for now and for, any headwinds that you might run into is try and keep it separate. Whether you have a compliance officer role, a chief medical officer role, this is where quality and regulatory lives, in that realm. There is a common goal, get product out the door, but also by not doing this right, the exposure that you have as a company is substantial. So you want to make sure that you've got that separate.
Quality management, regulatory affairs are not for the faint of heart, I would say. You get into audits all the time, inspections by government often, and they may or may not be easy. So there's a level of ambition that needs to be there, of fortitude and of assuredness that things get done the right way, and helping others do the same. So there's a lot of networking, a lot of convincing, a lot of, I would say, propagating the gospel of quality.
So Paul, you mentioned earlier, what we really need to avoid doing is being seen as the police, right? But I'm wondering, if you're a quality person within an organisation, how can you go about proactively finding out how you're perceived?
So firstly, I 100% agree we've got to avoid being seen as the police. But some areas you can just literally watch how the dialogue with you goes in those team meetings and be sensitive to that. Quite often we find that the people in our roles tend to be a little bit more introverted by nature, not necessarily going out and asking for feedback. So, the first step is, go with the flow a little bit, just listen to what's going on around you, listen to the types of things you're being asked, listen to the sorts of dialogues you're being invited to. The other part to do is to actually say, no, we've got to actively go out there and ask for feedback.